This is going to be a short episode. At the time of recording this, it's day 15 on the latest attacks of Gaza in Palestine. 15 days of us witnessing men, women, children being attacked, brutalized, bombed, killed, murdered. 15 days of us witnessing a genocide. 15 days of us witnessing the latest acts of ethnic cleansing on the people of Gaza. And it's been heavy for us to witness, right? It's been heavy for us to see the images, to see the videos coming out, and we get to bear witness to this. I cannot imagine what it is and must be like to be in that state and to have to experience that. There's no post-traumatic stress disorder for these people because for the last 75 years, it's been ongoing. Something that I've been reflecting on, especially as I've been getting messages and emails from women who are struggling to go about their daily lives and their day-to-day, who are really sinking into the place of helplessness and being overcome and overwhelmed by a feeling of guilt. One of the things that I've been sitting with is a verse in the Quran where we are told, أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم ومن كل شيء خلقنا زوجين لعلكم تذكرون. And we created pairs of all things, so perhaps you would be mindful. And that is verse 49 of chapter 51. I've been sitting with this because typically when we think of the word pairs, we think of male, female, right? But here the word zawjain, pairs, actually refers to the dualities that exist in this world. Yes, the male and female duality, and also sweet and bitter, day and night, light and darkness, hot and cold, plains of flat land, and towering mountains. Zawjain. And as I've been going about my day, I realized that Zawjain exists here too. That I can feel a sense of overwhelming grief and feel hopeful that peace and freedom will come. That I can feel sadness and heartache for what's going on in Gaza, and also feel gratitude for having safety and security in my life. The duality of both feelings doesn't cancel out the reality of both. I'm sharing this in order for us to know that feeling sad is okay and feeling hopeful is possible too. Feeling grief and anger is okay, and also feeling gratitude and feeling content in your own reality is possible too. The presence of safety and the presence of ease or relative ease doesn't mean that you're doing something bad, and doesn't mean that you are disregarding the reality of what's going on elsewhere. And so both exists, Zawjain. Our Creator has said that He created all things in pairs. And so yes, there is going to be sweetness in your life, and there can be sweetness in your life, as well as there being this undercurrent of bitterness and pain and sadness. You acknowledging the sweetness doesn't mean that you are disregarding the sadness. And I use an analogy of a coin. A coin has two sides, right? There's the heads and the tails. If you flip the coin and it lands on heads, it doesn't take away from the fact that tails still exists too. Likewise, if you flip the coin and tails is what it lands on, It doesn't remove the reality that heads exists too. So I'm sharing this so you don't enter a place of despair, nor cradle this feeling of guilt that keeps you from taking care of what you need to take care of in your world. There are people in your world who still need you as a functioning member of society. And dare I say, the people of Gaza need you too. They need you to have that hope that things are going to get better. And through that feeling of hope, we take action of spreading the news of what's going on. Through that hope that things are going to get better, we put our heads on the ground and we make dua, we raise our hands and we supplicate to the Lord of the world. Through that feeling of hope, we donate for aid so that people can eat and get access to what they need. It's through that hope, because when we're in a state of despair, we sink. When we're in a state of despair, we freeze. When we are in a state of despair, we lose sight of the one who can bring about the very things that our brothers, sisters, mothers, fathers, daughters, sons in Gaza really need. And so take heart in this verse. وَمِن كُلِّ شَيْءٍ خَلَقْنَا زَوْجَيْنِ لَعَلَّكُمْ تَذَكَّرُونَ. And we created pairs of all things, so perhaps you would be mindful. And just as there is hardship right now for our brothers, sisters in Gaza, Allah says that there's zawjain, and so by default, peace and ease and freedom will come, because Allah is true in His words.